guys, and welcome back to the TnN Show. We're going to be hitting another review since we're passing the round of the Euros. I know the shows has been coming in very crazy, but I think it's going to go back to normal as soon as we finish this tournament.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. I'll give Chris a chance to say hello to the fans, the viewers, and everyone. I don't know what we should call them. Should we give them a name? It's just the viewers.
Just the viewers. Good day, viewers. How are you? I'm Chris. Thank you for having me on this show once again.
And thank you, great. And definitely you have to subscribe so that you keep seeing this guy every time, eh? At least you get to see him twice a week or three times a week.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. They're going to subscribe and share with a lot of people.
I hope they will.
Yeah.
I hope they will, yeah.
We're already paying you $1 million to be here, so we really need to start making the revenue now.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So without further ado, let's just get into the takeoff.
We can definitely get going.
Which games do you want to start with?
Not the England one.
All right, of course, definitely. The more important one.
Yeah.
So it was Italy and Spain.
Italy versus Spain. Oof.
Yeah.
In terms of the result, probably what people expected, but in terms of the performance, nowhere close. Italy. No, but actually, I think we just need to give Spain the full credit here. For me, they played fantastic football.
But I wasn't expecting Italy to win on penalties, Chris. I wasn't expecting Italy to win on penalties.
No, I'm saying the result as in them going through.
Oh,
them going through, but not really in terms of the performance that they put up. But Spain showed that
But
they are the past masters.
I think when you say the performance they put up, you're just, it's kind of an understatement. They were poor.
To Italy.
Yeah, they were so poor.
They were poor, but
why are you trying to make it seem it's like you're trying to cuddle a baby.
No, I'm not.
When you're trying to give a baby bad news, okay. Yeah.
I want to give Spain the credit right now. So that's basically all I'm doing right now.
Okay. Oh
yeah. I'm definitely putting it across that they played fantastic football. And let's be very honest, Italy were poor. But it then showed on a larger scale just because of how good Spain was.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that I think that's where my point lies. Yeah.
And I definitely think, because we called it before the game, that we thought that the midfield battle was going to be very, very important.
Very important.
That's where the dominating team was going to be the team that managed to dominate the game in midfield. I thought that Jorginho, Verratti, and Barella could at least maybe challenge the Spanish midfield a little bit, but they failed. It was terrible. I'd give them a 3 out of 10. There's Spain an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, definitely. We'll put it down to Busquets and Pedri. The way that they manipulated the ball, definitely caused Italy problems, because you find other midfielders, sometimes when they're in the tight space, you expect them maybe to just do like a one, simple touchback pass or something. But Pedri and Busquets, they're turning, they're getting into the half spaces. Pedri, 97 passes attempted, 95%. 95 of those passes are completed. So, and that was only in the 18th minute when he lost the pass. So imagine playing against the midfielder whose pass accuracy is a good 98 point something %.
And he's so young.
He's just 18. Andres Iniesta at that level for me was not playing like that. The only thing that Pedri can now add to his locker is just maybe probably getting into those pockets where he can make assists. Okay, he could have had assists, if maybe eyes elbow, better touch and stuff. But as you grow, you can see that the potential in the kid. So Pedri and Busquets were the difference makers for Spain on that day. The two of them outclassed Barella, Verratti and Jorginho too.
But I feel like you're leaving out Koke.
They're nothing.
It's like you're telling me that the Spanish midfield, it was just those two guys, and Koke was just standing about.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
The day that, let's say, we win the game and we give Cavani all the credit, we're not saying that Bruno didn't do anything in that game. Koke gave us if I say basic, it's gonna sound wrong, but he gave us the mature performance. that Spain had to to put on, and
that's 7 out of 10.
That 7 out of 10 performance and above is exactly what he gave, and for me that was enough. But if we can be very honest, it's every single time we see Busquets play, you think the age,
it's gonna show.
This has to be it, today he's gonna be exposed, but it's never the case.
Yeah, I think he proved to me that maybe he's got a season or two left in him.
And then he was now passing, okay, and then imagine being alongside a more mobile Busquets, someone who's, if we put Pedri CDM, he's playing the exact same, probably better.
Probably better because he still has the legs, yeah.
Because he still has the leg, to move around and stuff. So for me, yeah. Then on the cross side, Italy are very poor. You did say 3 out of 10. I'll definitely support that. It was a poor showing from Italy. They were defending for almost 70 minutes of the game. Managed to break them there. Chiesa finally came with a breakthrough. Then Morata, after some confidence, slamming takes and tweets, online, he managed to to shame those. But on the cross side again, we need him to take a confident penalty. He doesn't. So yeah, I guess at the end of the day, a squad that has been doing pretty well throughout the tournament, that has been more consistent, had that one glimpse of a chance, scored a goal. Okay, they did concede, it's fine, Okay, no, it's not fine, but it's not fine, but
yeah.
It's a team that know how to mature from a setback, and then come the penalties. Chiellini played 9 games with Jordi Alba. I don't know if that was mind games or that was just him being...
Maybe it was just being friendly.
But if we really look at it, if you see Chiellini in that position, that oozes confidence in the rest of the team. Because they're like, if our captain is smiling and is relaxed before a penalty shootout, then what's the reason for
let's be
us
honest,
to panic?
But let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think... I think Chiellini was just praying. Let this 5 just finish it off. I don't want to take a penalty.
No. Honestly, yeah. Because
I guess.
At the end of the day, Jorginho just showed a class, and it was quite a penalty shootout.
I think I have to take it back because you've alluded to the Spanish dominance, the way they dominated that game. I think on another day they win it.
Yeah.
Just give us the reasons, maybe why they don't win it, because they were just so good. They were just so better than Italy.
So, you know that rule of it's not about what you do when you have the ball. It's about what you do with the ball. A lot of the times, and when Spain got the ball, they did dominate, but they didn't bury their chances. I'll give reference to that clear miss from Azabal. For me, that those are when you're playing a good side like Italy, right? Those are those half chances where the back four they were just asleep for a second, and Spain did manage to get the ball in the box. He misses the header. He's right in front of goal. All he has to do is get attached to that ball. Donnarumma might be one of the best keepers, but we have seen the moment you hit it right down into the ground, there is no chance. And for me, the finishing department is quite poor, very, very poor. I won't put up dead threats and stuff, but
of course, yeah.
Genuinely speaking, even I'll put it down to that penalty that he took. That he's not confident at all. He needs to build that. The goal to take the team into the penalty shootout for me, or into extra time for me, was supposed to be the motivation to just do better, with that penalty. Honestly speaking, that was like De Gea type of penalty,
Versus Villarreal.
If we put De Gea there and we put the two screens playing at the same time, you can't even spot the difference. But that's a striker and a goalie.
That was a great night, in Poland.
Very,
very, very nice for Villarreal.
Very nice.
I wish you many more nights like that.
I don't know. We'll see next season. You know, we got Sancho coming in. We got. I was seeing a few wallpapers, but you know, Man United wallpapers.
Okay.
So yeah.
But let's talk about the Jorginho penalty. I wasn't particularly pleased about it.
Why?
I have to say it. It just seemed unsportsmanlike in the moment. In the moment, I just thought it wasn't the occasion and the right time to do it.
It was that clear gap between someone knowing exactly what they're doing and someone knowing what the other person is going to do. It was just quality from Jorginho. Like, I wish you could replay it somewhere, you know, and just watch it. But that penalty was oozing in confidence for me, and he did quite well. You know,
so you don't agree with my sentiment that this penalty should be banned from big occasions?
No,
because it seemed disrespectful, very disrespectful. I like the guy, but I do not condone that type of penalty in that type of situation.
He did the right thing. He had to score the pin, and that's exactly what he did. And congratulations to Italy for making it through to the final.
But then we have to say, I don't think Italy can ever play that poor again.
Yeah,
and at least maybe play that poor and get away with it.
I think it was a lucky escape, you know, for them. They, you know, the coach and everyone, you know, they managed to move away from this, and you know, now in the final, they're meeting a squad that has, you know, quite a bit of momentum, and they have, you know, conceded only one goal this tournament, so it should be a showdown.
Okay, so maybe that's it when it comes to Italy.
Yeah,
Spain.
Italy, Spain.
Are you satisfied? Give you enough time and everything.
No, I'm actually Immobile 4 out of 10. Poor. He needs to do better, you know, for the team.
Yes.
And we give an example again. Although he does manage to release that pass when I think Unai Simon runs out of ball, right? If he gives that ball to Chiesa quicker, to Barella quicker, Barella has more time, but he holds it on. By the time he gives it to Barella,
they've already reset.
You know, so it's just a sharpness. He for the final, for me, he needs to take away that load of Italian, you know, strikers that did so well. Even in my past, you know, they've scored, you know, at major tournaments, you know, critical moments. He really just needs to play for the team, because all we can notice is that whenever you play as a team, teamwork will make the dream work, surely. So yeah, for me, that's the main chat.
What about Spain and their future? In terms of managers, are you impressed enough with Luis Enrique? You think he should stay on maybe for another tournament?
I think for the World Cup, yes. But the best, that squad, if I can be honest, come training, if I was the new coach there, I just need the attackers. Those are the only people I need.
So you think everywhere else it looks really, really solid, but then they don't have attack?
Everywhere else, you know, let's be very honest, there is no tournament that they've really gone with all other departments lacking a bit. The only department that usually is off question is, you know, the attacking line. Because the days when they had, you know, the Golden Generators, you know, Villa and them, we never had a worry. You know, as soon as they went forward, they would definitely score goals. Yeah. And right now, it's exactly what Spain need. Because imagine, not imagine, best bets is if Pedri is at Barca or wherever he's gonna play this coming season, his form is definitely gonna grow, and come international football, he definitely wants, you know, to show the world that, you know, he can play at both levels. So if he's gonna give someone who doesn't have a first touch in the box and finish, his assist tally might not grow. You know, even sometimes for him, you know, sometimes you grow to score the more you assist. You know, people like Iniesta, as much as they did assist, you know, they grew into goals. You know, De Bruyne, you know,
yes,
exactly. So that type of thing.
So do you have any idea of maybe even the slightest idea of any young Spanish striker who might have the potential to come into the squad?
I don't
seriously, I don't know anyone at the moment who might come into the squad and help the squad.
I only know a winger, probably, you know, maybe Fati, you know, is still young, you know, probably they can gel with, you know, some other counterparts within the squad that are also young, you know, Pedri and them. So they can definitely grow. They can definitely grow from that. Yeah.
I guess we'll just leave it to the viewers. Give us maybe 5 young Spanish strikers you think might be able to make a difference in the squad. You can put it down in the comments, then we'll look at it.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it the next time. Or yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just move on to the B team. England versus Denmark.
Well, very, very well done to England. You know, the Southgate philosophy is going on. You know, slowly. It's more like like a coal train that has caught on to the charcoal.
The charcoal is now burning.
It's burning. It's hot enough, and we definitely, it's gonna be a juicy final, definitely.
But I kind of feel some way, Chris. I don't know. I'm happy, but at the same time, slightly, the performance wasn't exactly what I was expecting. I thought we'd blow them out of the water.
One thing that I noticed from the game is that England play with, they don't really play with transitions. They play with what we call moments, whenever they are attacked, they're not really on the rush to counter attack. They just want to get a hold of the ball, play it around. Then if you notice that on goal, let's be very honest, they were just passing the ball, nice and slow. Okay, no, not nice and slow, nice close passes, zipping them out off the surface into the person. But when you all think everything is slow, it's just telepathing between two people. He plays that ball, Sterling, of course, is always on his bike. He comes across, Arcade tries his best, to clear out the ball, but he puts it in his own net. And for me, that's the moment, that's the moment. Then we can also say the potential Kane penalty, they're moving the ball nice and slow. Then all of a sudden, they just start to rotate the ball a bit quicker. He finds himself in the box, it gets clipped. Okay, does it get clipped?
I don't know. That's the thing now. I thought it was a Denmark free kick.
Yeah, Denmark free kick. Okay, yeah. Then, but it's those little chances that they manage to create. Then also, they rotate the ball again, nice and well. Then Kane finds himself, on the wing, crosses in the ball. Sterling was supposed to definitely bury that for me, but well done to Schmeichel, very good save. Rolling back the years like his dad, So we have to say good save, but yeah, that's definitely England for you in a nutshell. But then,
so definitely on the side of the party that's saying that England is actually really playing well. Because I expect more.
Do the stats say it enough? Because that's 20 attempts towards goal and 9 on target. So for me, what's the chance when we talk about that? Or maybe let me ask you, how do you want your team to play?
I don't know. I just think, as you're saying, they attack in moments, they attack in spells. But when we're playing a team like Denmark, no disrespect to Denmark, but I think they're a smaller team. I think the 90 minutes should be the whole moment. England are just attacking. Yeah, sort of like that performance versus Ukraine. I quite like that game.
Yeah.
As compared to the Denmark game. I felt like we're in control the whole time.
But I would put it down to some. I don't think there's any way that Denmark was gonna allow England to control the whole game because
they were very impressive.
For them to also get the chances that they got, they had to make sure that they can also get hold of the ball. And when they did get hold of the ball, they looked quite very comfortable. They moved the ball around and everything. We definitely need to talk about the standard goal of the day, that free kick.
All right, yeah, I have to agree.
Pickford saw air. Pickford saw, but
was it that if any keeper was there, it was gonna go? Pickford is just not good enough because I don't rate him that highly anyway.
I'll probably just put a goalkeeping coaching point there.
Yeah.
For me, the best way in which you can now move your feet is more of running towards the ball with your body angled. You open up your body to where the ball is coming, then you run in that direction. Firstly, what that helps you is you can close the angle. 1, 2, you can then get to where you want to go faster. Side shuffling and running straight are actually 2 different movements. And if you see Sommer, a lot of the times, he does he knows when to use the shuffling, he knows when to run like towards the ball. And for me, Pickford, from that distance, I thought he was gonna cheat just a bit, maybe one more step, because for
before
me,
he hits it,
he leaves almost. If you notice the picture, there's the England wall, then there's the Danish wall. So that's how much distance he had to cover, and it was gonna be far worse in terms of I managed to get that ball on the far post. That was fairly. It wasn't really to the corner. It wasn't really central, but just in between. And for me, he moves his feet a bit quicker. He gets there, but at the same time, the power in that free kick. It went up and over the wall in less than 2 seconds.
Then started dipping straight away.
And he started dipping. And if you see the way it dipped, it didn't dip more like it's now coming like just maybe some meters under the crossbar or some centimeters. It's right at the top. It's right at the top. People just does get a fingertip to it, but a ball with that pace, a fingertip can never be enough. You need to get your full palm to the ball to save that. So yeah.
Now this great insight from someone who's actually a goalkeeper's coach. He's got the licenses and everything. So his insight is credible.
So yeah.
But we still have to talk about Damsgaard. He's at a quite wonderful tournament. This kid.
Wonderful tournament.
Plays for Sampdoria. What do you think about the future?
The future.
No disrespect to Sampdoria, of course, but
I think he can now move on to a team where he can challenge for maybe Europa League or maybe mid-table.
But
more like
definitely,
that.
He's got a bright future.
But he's got a bright future. How old is he now?
I thought he was 21, 2021 something.
Okay, so by the time he gets to 30, that knuckle ball is, if he perfects it, that's probably gonna be a trademark from him. So yeah, very bright future for the kid, and well done on scoring one of the great goals of the Euros, I'd say.
It's the only free kick so far this Euros.
But that practically 6 goal.
Oh, you're still giving it goal of the tournament?
I also heard you, so that's where my bias is coming from.
I think so. We're going to be giving out awards in the next show after the final. We're going to give the best player, the best goal, the floor player, everything. It goes both ways.
Floor has to be Bruno Fernandes.
Okay. Let's wait for the next show. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So definitely, as you put it, Denmark really played well. I thought that England were maybe nervous from the start. It just seemed as if the occasion was getting to them. Maybe it's the inexperience of playing in these big games and everything. But then they get lucky. I actually feel they really, really get lucky.
Yeah, definitely.
In extra time. If I had the whistle, I'm not giving that a penalty in a million years.
Yeah, definitely. And for me, it's Vieira also checking it,
That's what I don't understand.
And then they let it go. But let's face it, maybe at the end of the day, England deserved it, so...
I don't know, but do you deserve it when it comes like that? Because that's why I'm feeling some type of way. I'm always very cheerful after the win. This win just it's giving me, conflicting.
It wasn't the most comprehensive of ways.
Exactly, I wasn't satisfied that we won with that. Of course we won, I'm taking it, but I'm not giving that as a penalty. And they say clear and obvious error. When I see those replays, I just still feel that it's a clear and obvious error. I don't think it's a penalty.
It'll be very interesting final, I would say.
Maybe we get another penalty like that.
Maybe not at that level, but it's us even praising that ref, he ref quite well, but and also the appeals and the noise in the stadium.
I think he maybe felt pressured.
He was under pressure.
But are you supposed to feel the pressure when you still know that you've got VR? Because VR, sometimes I praise it, and other times it just seems completely useless to football.
Sometimes if I was the ref there, right, I don't blow, right, and I just listen. You just let the game play, then probably just blow your whistle. Then you don't point for anything. You just want to have confirmation. Isn't that what VA Isn't that how?
I think they were supposed to wait for the next time the ball goes out, maybe for a throw in.
Video assistant referee, meaning if I don't see it on the pitch,
please tell me.
Please tell me if it's obvious to you, make the call, but if not,
tell me to go and watch it on the monitor.
If anything,
yes.
How about we change it into a dialogue for me, right? All of them agree, okay, let me go have a look on the screen. Then as you see, and also have input from what the other 4 guys upstairs are also saying to you, you know, you listen to what the guys upstairs are saying, and also the picture that you see there. Was there contact there enough for Sterling? He's already falling. He's already bundling over.
That's what I think. Certainly. That's what I think. I don't think
so. Then, when we then take it upstairs, you know, for me, it's not a thing of let's get confirmation. You know, let's make the decision 100%. And now, if someone is gonna see this coming years, they're just gonna be like,
yeah,
was it really it? You know, was it really? If it was gonna be pens, maybe, you know, like well done to England, but for it to be a pen that was not supposed to be a pen.
If we're going to penalties, I think we might have lost.
Yeah. Because
if you see Harry Kane getting one saved, then it's definitely not going to be a good day for him. Yeah. I think that was just bad. I think that was a sign, maybe from the gods, that we're gonna win this whole thing, because when Kasper Schmeichel saves Kane's penalty, I feel lost for words. I get so disappointed. I thought it was over. I don't know how he gets to the rebound. I don't know, as a goalkeeper, you have to tell me this. How is Kasper Schmeichel feeling after making that save? Then it gets back for that rebound.
If you see the technique that he goes on for that save, he tries to go with more like you allow the ball, you open up your body, allow the ball to come into a core, then you close up. But because of the pace, and usually because when you dive, you don't really know if is it going to go on the stretch, is it go within my mid-grip, so it comes fairly, that ball doesn't go in the corner.
Yeah, it wasn't in the corner.
It comes more to him, so adjusting your body to now catching it might take time if you don't get your reactions right.
So he couldn't push it away.
So he couldn't. He was planning on holding it, but because of the pace and the reactions, the ball hits him. You know, it spills out, and as a striker, you know, Kane is sharp. You know, he didn't then stand hold his head. You know, you take your pen, follow it up if it's still playing time, and if there's a rebound, slam it there in it, and he did exactly that, and it sent the Wembley into a joyride.
It was bouncing.
It was bouncing. I couldn't see the camera shaking for a bit, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I still think we have to appreciate Denmark though, because before this tournament starts, I don't think they're getting anywhere near the semi-final. Then they even go through some traumatic experiences as well, but they push on. They achieve something that's even higher than I ever thought they could. I thought they were a round of 16 team.
Yeah,
that's what I
for me as well. Yeah. But for me, a player that didn't really come to the party was Dolberg.
Oh yeah.
Dolberg.
But I think that's credit to Harry Maguire and John Stones.
Definitely. That centre-back pairing has definitely brought some stability into the back line. And we've got, Roberto Carlos.
Oh, Roberto Carlos.
Roberto Carlos, coming in with, world-class performances. Defensively,
we're good.
I can see, but his praise definitely as God is doing up front. Up front, on another day, if my camp has another left back who's very good, sure, he's playing left because he used to have that ability where he could, he always wanted to be on this outer, you don't open his body, but now you can see he's now able to super, on the ball, get into the half space, and the touches, the way that left foot with the ball, it's now becoming more of an art,
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
You can see this person is just comfortable, and I hope for the Red Devils, he can just, now rack up the assists, and for me, if the manager has to be wide, he now has to be our Alba, prime Jordi Alba, prime Dani Alves, prime
Roberto Carlos,
Baines, prime, people where that left back every single game. In as much
he's gonna be an attacking threat.
In as much as he won't give you an assist on that game, he's gonna. If you see the passes he played into Sterling a bit,
His cross completion was very good.
Very good. So well done to Shaw and
just the difference between Luke Shaw and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but I have to say, for United, obviously we'll talk about this in depth later. But maybe is that our balance?
Okay, yeah.
Can we now allow Shaw to go on the
further forward?
Then sometimes when we just building up, we allow Wan-Bissaka to just play a bit on that back three, where we have Maguire, obviously likes to go forward, give the ball,
I think that happens if you've got a coach who's really good with his tactics as well as that good.
Centrally,
for another day.
Yeah. Centrally, then we have
good point.
Then we have Varane. If he does come, rumors are
you wish he comes.
But I can't say Lindelof because for me, he's the reason why some of those games, a good 5 games. Those are good, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15.
15 points, yeah?
That's a good 15 points.
Yeah.
That's a good 15 points. And let's look at it. When he was having that spell, City shot. They were going up the ranks. So, that's a story for another day. And we went back to the Euros.
Okay, of course, the England win. I'm so happy, very happy.
Very.
Yeah, even though it was a dubious penalty. The story for another day. So I think that's about when we review this game.
Yeah.
I've got nothing to add.
No.
Maybe that Gareth Southgate. I don't know. Sometimes I like him, sometimes I don't. Don't know. It's just.
I guess we can give more insights in the next show, in the preview show.
Exactly.
Come the final.
So now we're gonna be delving into some stories around the football, because it's not only the Euros that are happening. Things are also happening outside the Euros.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I remember we spoke about how Belgium should approach the Roberto Martinez story.
Yeah.
How should he stay? Should he go? They've ended up saying that they're going to stick with him for the 2022 World Cup. I just wanted to get your opinion on that. Do you think that's the right idea? Should they change things?
For me, it's more like this is your last chance, type of thing. Because after 2022, let's be honest, the golden age is practically done. Mertens will probably give you one, maybe at like club level. He's a bit on the decline.
Exactly.
Age-wise as well. De Bruyne, Lukaku. So just generally like the whole squad,
aging.
So it's now the thing of can Doku come in? He had a fantastic game for me. Didn't really manage to hit the target, with the 3-4 chances that he did get. But for me, I think he gave De Laurentiis a lot of problems.
You trust in his potential. Yeah. You think he might be a good player for the future.
Yeah, definitely. A little bit of maturity. Can definitely go a long way, but in terms of technicality, maybe he has to be a bit subtle on the ball as well. And then you definitely grow, but you can see there's massive potential there. He just doesn't burn pace for nothing. Yeah, so yeah.
But do you see Belgium challenging? That's my problem with this. I think they were just supposed to get rid of Martinez now, because I don't think they're going to challenge again. That's just my opinion. I don't think they're going to be good enough the next World Cup.
It's one more try, and also probably those. If I look at the game against Italy, they were as poor as Italy were against Spain.
All right, I'll take that.
Yeah, right. So so what I noticed from that game is that I'm a very big fan of rotations and not having a player sticking in one position. If we notice when Grealish does come in as much as he doesn't really put any input on the game, as you're expected to, just because of the fact that he moves around. He can move 1 or 2 players around and they can create space. KDB around him, he was the only mobile player. Everyone else, Lukaku was just sticking in the position. For me, probably turn Lukaku into more of a false nine. If you want to be a target man and you're facing one of the best centre backs in the world, it's not gonna work for me. So excuse me,
Yeah.
is that the reason probably why you say Roberto Martinez
Because I
must go?
think
Because
he didn't think of that.
It's that small change for me. If Lukaku just comes short,
or tell him to go wide sometimes,
or tell him to go wide, if he swivels around Chiellini, there's no Chiellini can catch
Lukaku exactly.
Strength wise, yes, but in terms of pace,
it's over.
It's over. You get it? So he spins around him, on the false line. But for him to be a target man, obviously, if you're going to be a target man, right, that then means that Bonucci is obviously going to cover, right?
Exactly.
Jordan is going to cover, and when you have an Italian side, even if you see against Spain, they might be poor on the day, but defensively, that department will be at least an 8 out of 10 on that day. So for me, that's just as for me, Roberto Martinez, just switch it up around.
You're giving him one chance.
You have people like Dries Mertens, Carrasco. Those are players capable of getting into attacking positions, to brain and allow them to free roam a bit. Lukaku can go out on the wing, share the ball. They play with wing backs. He can go on the wing. He holds up the ball on the wing, wait for his wing backs to come closer. As soon as he releases the wing back, in football, you can always reset. Then they're now in their stretched formation, then they can play the ball. They didn't do that enough against Italy. Every time they got the ball, they pinned the ball. First off, I remember Lukaku did not have zero joy. He had zero joy against those centre backs. So it's just those little tactical coaching points where he can just change his squad a bit, and he can challenge. But that's his last chance.
I agree with you.
They pick him here. The next time they obviously need to make changes in terms of players, in terms of the coaching department. So yeah.
I actually think they've stayed too long, but yeah. Anyways, we can talk about something else. Yeah, the rumors that your team, the smaller team in Manchester, is in talks with Eduardo Camavinga, but they've also been, one or two fan opinions saying that is it right to go for Camavinga right now when he's so young? Why don't we just go for Renato Sanchez if you have to choose between the two?
How old is Sanchez?
I think it's 23, 24. Camavinga is 19. 18, 19, yeah. Turning 19. If you have to pick one, who would you rather see United sign?
We have a mini Renato Sanchez already. Don't you think?
Which one?
Fred.
Okay. I can give you he's got some good games in him.
Fred, this season, the difference between us winning the league or not is can he get a little bit of composure. There are days when I remember one game when he has a tussle. He runs, then he actually leaves a middle attacking position, goes onto the wing, right? Then has like a few tussle with the player and stuff. That's when the ball, you can see the fight, you can see the hunger. But for me, just a little bit of discipline, just a little bit of calmness, that ability to just manipulate the ball a bit better. Sometimes he does lose the ball, just exactly Pogba does, and he calls for a foul, but it's not a foul, So maybe just that, if his passing can just increase, but.
So you've already got Renato Sanchez, you're taking Camavinga?
We're gonna go for Camavinga, I would say, yeah. But at the same time, I guess this is already something that's in talks, but for me, if I'm told to choose a team that needs to compete, I'm going with Renato Sanchez on that day. Definitely. Then probably later on in the season, or maybe just maybe a year or two later, then when Camavinga has played a couple of games, then he can also join the squad.
Okay, so if you leave Camavinga now, this is just how the world of football works.
Definitely.
Sometimes you don't go for him right now. You say, let me give him 1 more year. Then PSG buys him right now. So you don't know how to do your things. Maybe you just need to get him right now. Maybe loan him if he doesn't fit into the team. But I think definitely he might be good enough to get a spot in that United squad.
Yeah, definitely. With Van de Beek leaving, which is not one of my best. The way that he just was at United for me wasn't the best. But I mean, it's the world of football.
Or you think he wasn't given a fair chance?
He
was poor.
He needed that Fred time. Fred, there's a day when they had no choice but for him to play 90 minutes. It was either that or Matic, but Manchester is already, he's a bit on the downfall right now. The years have kind of passed. So yeah.
All right. Let's leave United then.
We can leave United.
Yeah, you're getting too happy. I like that. Yeah. So Danny Ings is our next point of conversation.
Yeah.
They offered him a 4-year contract at Southampton. He's got 1 year left, but then he declined it. So I just wanted to ask, is it, of course, now I think they're going to have to sell him because they want to sell him whilst they still have a chance of getting a transfer fee in.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he leaves for free. Is it good to bet on yourself? Because to me, it seems like he wants to bet on himself to maybe get sold to a bigger team that's going to challenge for things. One, do you think it's good enough? Or maybe you should have just settled at a club like Southampton where you're comfortable, you're going to get a lot of playing time, you give them 20 goals, 15 goals in the Premier League season, then you're good like that. As a player, because I know definitely you've been a player, what's that sort of mentality that's going on right now, maybe in Danny Ings' mind? What do you think might be going on?
He had a very fantastic season with Southampton. We definitely have to say,
Yes.
he scored quite a lot of goals and wonderful goals for that matter. They're not just normal goals. I wouldn't want to say it's a trend in many players to have a big head. Obviously, when after you have had a good season, you have scored goals for fun and everything, you want a challenge. That's one thing, because right now, let's be very honest, Southampton, what are their chances of them playing European football?
Very slim, because I think last season they were about, they went in a relegation fight, but then they were just in the teams above that, just above, and they haven't been good.
It's that thing of they have that cycle of they don't start off on the right foot. They have very inconsistent results. Then they have a period when facing Southampton is
a challenge.
It's a challenge. Then it dies down. If you're Danny Ings probably wants a team where from the start of the season to the finish, there's that pressure of we need to fight for something. Yeah. We need to get to a certain level. So for me, I would go for game time though, if I can be very honest. I would go for yet another season, because one thing that I think I've seen in this football world is sometimes just allow your quality to tell. If he goes into another season with Southampton and has the exact same season, coaches now are gonna look at him a bit different. Just be like, okay, if he's bringing these performances at Southampton, 2 seasons in a row
on a consistent basis.
On a consistent basis, probably we can just edge him up, But for him to just have one, then decide to leave, I don't know. But
so if he's leaving, let's say maybe they decide to sell him, which Premier League club do you most expect to maybe sign him?
If Kane leaves Tottenham.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
If Kane leaves Tottenham, probably, yeah, because I think with Nuno coming in, Nuno does like a very not really mobile striker, but Ings will definitely fit, because I think him and Jimenez, that sharp shooting, they can get into positions, they can also assist. It'll probably work well.
Yeah. I didn't have a better choice. I just have to agree with you. I think Tottenham is if Kane leaves, Tottenham would be a good landing spot for him.
Definitely.
Yes. And we're going to be talking about another player relation thing again, because of course we've got the Euros, but after the Euros it's going to be Tokyo 2020 Olympics.
Yes.
So there are some countries who qualified for those games, Egypt being one of them. So there was a bit of a tussle where the rumors coming out are suggesting that Salah really wanted to go and play for Egypt at the Olympics. He's not going anymore, but it's just because Liverpool said no. Do you think, I just want to ask, is it fair to deny a player that chance maybe of representing their country at a tournament like the Olympics, maybe have a chance of getting a medal, whatever, maybe bronze, silver, gold?
It's a money thing. It's a money thing. Because that contract is not terminated when he goes to the Olympics, or it's not suspended. It keeps on running.
Yes.
So imagine he goes there. There are many things you have to think about: injuries, fatigue when he comes back, or match sharpness. this is a season where Klopp is probably looking to fix a lot of things. So does he want all his stars, at the start and stuff? So those are all part of puzzle of the reasons, I think. But I'm not sure how well you can do that, but I would fight for a spot, to play for my national team.
That's exactly
these are the Olympics. This is one of the
comes once every 4 years.
Once every 4 years, one of the greatest, games you could ever, all cultures, all disciplines, all nations come together as one and, celebrate the rings. And for me, eliminating the torch, playing for Egypt, I don't know, but I think the reasons I have stated, and they're on the contract, per week they'll be having to pay his salary, and he's not even playing for the squad.
But you still don't think it's fair?
No, obviously,
okay, I just wanted to find,
what makes it, what doesn't make it fair is the fact that the reasons for him not going, right, are more of financial issues, and the reasons why he definitely wants to go are emotional. So on the football side, we have seen that usually a lot of the times what you really feel does not really compare to where the money is.
Chris is agreeing with the sentiment that maybe money is ruining football, eh?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, we just had like a Super League that just got declined. It's all this thing.
All right. Then the last talking point.
Okay.
The guy at Lyon, Jose Mawa.
Yeah.
They started pre-season, but he didn't show up. The rumors are he's trying to force a move away from Lyon. And I don't know, do you think that's the right way to go about it?
It never is. It really never is. One thing that I would say is never buy the hand that that feeds you ever, like ever, right? If you do, then probably rectify it, but from the get-go, like never. Show up, maybe I'm not at that level yet, right?
Yeah.
But there was a time when I was in Zim, right, and all that mattered was kicking on ball, and I don't know if I'm getting some money and I can kick the ball around in Europe.
Yeah,
maybe, but the problem is those are my ambitions. For him, his ambitions are to kick the ball at a better team, or maybe we can get game time or something like that. So yeah,
because definitely maybe he's afraid that he goes to preseason training, then he gets injured, then they can't sell him anymore.
Then they can't sell him anymore. So yeah, and preseason comes with a lot of climatic conditioning, speed and reactions and stuff. As you work through your gym, you can stretch something. So you go for medical, you fail. That could be denting for his career. So yeah.
Okay, I get it. That's great. That was it for today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
viewers,
guys,
for joining us.
Watching Chris give me his opinions.
Yeah.
Some I agree with, some I don't agree with. That's what makes it fun.
What don't you agree with?
A lot. You think England are playing well, so
No, actually no. Okay, let's save that for the preview show.
All right. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and we will definitely respond to your comments.
You can tell Chris that is not that good at football. I'd very much appreciate it. Please give us that comment. Goodbye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching TK Sport. For more awesome content from this channel, please subscribe. And also, engage with us on our social media platforms down in the description below.